I'm in the Chatham Islands, and there's a lot of hearty kaimoana here, so hopefully one of the breeders can take us out for a bit of a sleep.
Welcome back to our two-part special on the Chatham Islands. Last week, I hung out with Big J Suff. He took me hunting for weka
There we go.
and ram around the island.
It's all right, I'll carry the gun.
This week, I meet up with an old mate, Floyd. He's going to show me some of the kaimoana or seafood this place is famous for.
There's me nasty.
I can't wait.
Just down here in the Chatham Islands, gonna catch up with a friend of mine, Floyd, and see what our plan of attack is for the next few days anyway. Check us.
Sure, bro. All good.
Good. How's things?
All good, bro. All good. Good to see you back, eh?
Oh, hey, let's hope that you put me back onto that spot again. I first met Floyd back in 2011. The Webb Ellis Cup was doing a tour around Aotearoa, and basically the first stop was the Chathams. What's our plan for the next few days, cuz?
Oh, bro, we're just going to get out there and just, have some fun, see some countryside, check out the Hapuka. Hey.
That's what I want. That's what I want. Not like last time, eh? Got gun shy and then...
Yeah, I don't know what happened then, bro.
The only reason I really wanted to come to the Chathams was to spear Hapuka.
Hapuka, or groper, are a highly sought-after species of fish found in the South Pacific. They generally prefer deep water and have large, round eyes adapted to the low light. But what really stands out about these fish is their size. They can grow up to 100 kgs. Pai kare.
We've got to get out there and smash that puka, eh? You come over last time, you had a good squiz, you checked out the school, and then when you got your game on, it was too late.
Yeah.
I missed my opportunity last time, and I don't think Floyd has ever forgiven me.
Hapuka was on the kill scope. That was the reason we were going out. So we got to the spot, we bailed over. Piri was up on the surface, just taking the sight in, he was just like in awe. And we're like, bro, what are you up to? And like Piri's going, oh man, yeah, no, I'm good now. I just had to take it in first. And then we peeled off again, but it was too late. The school had like cruised off, So
I'm back.
There's the thing about that fish, man. They come in, they'll have a bit of a suss, and then boom, they're gone again.
Well, hopefully this time I shoot it.
This time, brother, it's on.
Oh, sounds good, cuz.
On the feet.
Oh, yeah. I won't say no.
Turbo, skin.
Right.
Floyd and some of the other breeders have just finished their AGM for the local rugby club, and there's some Chatham Island cray left over.
Did you cook this?
Nah, I caught it though.
Floyd works as a commercial diver, so he knows his kaimoana.
I'll dive for power and crayfish. It's pretty abundant here, and people come to the island and they leave without having to feed a crayfish. They've either done something wrong or they're not talking to the right people.
We got the same size one you gave me to take home. That last time.
I'll give you some.
Yeah, you did. It was because you were a bit haurangi. That's the only reason why I got it out of you. Oh, I'll take that with me, cuz. Thank you.
I won't be getting him haurangi or drunk today, but we should be getting some kai. Floyd's taking me out drifting for flounder.
We're on our way out to Te Tiki. We sort of come up here over the Christmas period, and it's nice and warm, and bring the old fam dam up. And it's a bit of a mish to get there because we've got to go across a lot of sort of rugged terrain. She's not just a straight road in there, so we've got to bounce over a few things and drop into a few holes and... Oi!
Did you see that?
Nah, I didn't. Whoa!
By the looks of things, you don't know where we're going.
I'm starting to think that myself, brother.
Te Awa Pātiki, or the pathway to flounder, is an important landmark in Moriori history. This land now belongs to Alfred Priest, the mayor of the Chatham Islands. His father, Bunty Priest, was the last surviving member of the Māori battalion.
He used to be mayor of the island there for a while too. Here we are, bro. Finally got up here, a bit of a trek. So we're going to get in that cool water and smash some flounder.
So we're just going to go straight there?
No, we're going to go across this history here.
Yep.
Walk up the far side, jump in, and then we'll drift down with the tide.
Oh, so we're going to drift back down to here?
Mm.
What was that?
It's the spear. It's the international sign for spear.
Are you sure? Because that didn't... Floyd is, I was going to say a bullshit artist. I'll dive in these. I haven't drifted for flounder ever.
What else do we need, bro? You want this?
Yeah, no, we'll take those.
I thought I was going to jump in a little rowboat and reach over the side and start popping off some flounders. Clearly, I was mistaken.
No boats for us today, just wetsuits, snorkels and spears.
Drifting for flounder is where you physically walk into the water and then you just lie flat and you just drift along and you're just actually on the surface just spearing. The conditions are beautiful. It's just glassy, the sun's out, the water was like gin. I just knew it was on. I just knew it was on. When we get down into our drift position, and I'm like, okay, so I've got to work this out for Pal. I've got to show him where the flounder is. And so I'm looking around, and I hear this thuk. And I look out to my side. Pal's already got one. I'm like, what?
I'm a natural.
It's pretty easy. Like, spotting them is pretty easy. I guess, you know, you just got to line it all up.
Oh, cool, bro.
Feeling pretty good right now.
And then you got to try and keep the spear in it.
Maybe I'm not a complete natural.
I'd probably say I was pretty average at the start. So I thought I was cucker at the start.
It's hard in the deep stuff, eh?
It's hard everywhere, Sam.
And then I started getting a feel of the spear, and it was a lot easier.
Once we hit the first one, we hit a couple, and then they sort of just seemed to just pop up all over the place.
The flounder is a flat fish, which means it's dense enough to lie on the sea floor. Its defense is its camouflage, so it lies very still until it knows it's been seen.
The thing about Te Awa Pariki is it's abundance with all sorts of fish in that there. You know, we get kawai, we get flounder, we get eel, we get whitebait. Kind of spoiled over here because, like, it's right at our back door.
Mean as, Floyd. These buggers are all over the place, and we're spearing them left, right, and centre. We even let our cameraman Sam have a go.
Yeah, no, she's pretty cool, eh?
Well, bro, doesn't mean hawkers.
They were darkened all over the place.
Wasn't that easy to start with?
It's all that spear
I was
action,
waiting
bro.
for that, cuz.
We ended up with 6 each, so he was stoked. I was really stoked, just because the whole day was so perfect.
Coming up, I finally get another shot at spearing a hapuka.
That's all I was thinking the whole time as I was lining up that Hapuka was don't miss. Because if you miss, you might not get another chance.
Welcome back to the Chathams. It's a new day and she's a cracker. I had a mean time spearing flounder yesterday, but this morning I'm heading out on my own to gather another kind of kai.
It's a new day. Gonna find the magic spot, pull out the old bucket and hopefully go and get some pippies.
Pippi are a kind of shellfish that are abundant on flat sandy beaches. They're great steamed or made into fritters.
Hopefully I don't have to get too wet.
They're pretty big, actually. I haven't seen anything this big for a long time, especially back home, so might have a little sample, actually. A lot better fresh than it is sitting in the shop for a day or two.
As you can see, this beach has heaps of pippi. I've been out here hardly 10 minutes and I've already filled my bucket.
Can't complain when you can gather kai like this, whenever you want, really. Might have to come back a bit more to this spot.
Being on that part of the beach where you're basically by yourself is mean. No one around, just listening to the waves breaking. Bit of quality time to yourself, listening to the ocean.
Well, hopefully Floyd's impressed. I've got a big bucket of pippi to go with the flounder tonight, but that's not all we're after. Today's the day I've been waiting for 7 years. The day I finally catch my first hapuka.
Stoked as, because Floyd's going to take me to get my puka that I missed the first trip, so it's kind of been haunting me since 2011.
Well, Floyd, where are we, Kaz? We're at Kaingaroa, the most northern township on the island.
Kaingaroa is a fishing township on the northeast corner of the Chatham Islands. It's the second largest community in the Chathams and is known for its social club, which is where I joined in on a mean seafood feast last week.
So we're going to launch the boat and go west. We'll head back down the coast for about half an hour to a place called French Reef. And you know what we're doing there. Today's the kill day. We're going to go to this hapuka spot.
And I'm not going to let another opportunity slip through my fingers. There's no better feeling than heading out on the water for a dive. I've been looking forward to this trip all week.
So we're at a place called French Reef. And we're just going to dive on a shipwreck here called the Ocean Mail, which went down in the sort of early 1900s. It was a cargo ship. It's worked out now to be a nice little swim through.
We're not aiming to catch anything on this first dive. This is just a sightseeing trip to warm up and stretch the lungs.
The whole idea of the shipwreck dive was just to get ourselves in the mood and get our lungs stretched and, you know, get our mojo flowing.
We weren't planning on catching anything, but Floyd's just pulled out an armful of coda like it's nothing. There are so many crays around the Chathams, we're practically tripping over them. I'm a bit jealous of his find, I'm not gonna lie, so I popped down to have a look myself.
There was a little overhang, and I know there's crays in there, so I told Piri, I says, oh, bro, go down there and just go and have a look. And he went down there, and then he starts giving us the wave. So I peeled down there after him, I looked in, and here's this puka swimming around in there.
It's hard to make out, but at the end of the smokestack is one of the beasts we're here for, the hapuka.
And honestly, I've never seen a puka in this spot, because it's only in like about 5 meters of water.
Hapuka or groper is a deep sea fish, so finding one at this depth is very rare. And now that I've spotted one, I'm getting pretty excited.
And so we went back up and geared up. Once I knew Piri had seen that, and I could tell by the look in his eye, he was ready, man, he was getting it on.
You're damn right. I let a hapuka get away alive 7 years ago, and I'm not about to let it happen again. Floyd dives down first to get his eyes on him. But he comes back up bearing bad news.
See, Floyd? Posted?
Unfortunately, by the time we got back down there, she'd gapped her way out.
You seen a dive? Posted at the back door, bro.
So the lucky bugger got away this time. But at least now we know they're around.
I'm just glad that you've seen it too. Yeah, it was a good size too.
We're finally here at Floyd's secret hapuka spot. And while the deep ocean blue is beautiful, it's not without its dangers.
Yeah, they're pretty notorious for shark encounters, and
I've had a few bumps and nudges, and you know I've had to push a few off, but it's just a thing we accept. If you want to get into the dive game down here, everybody knows what's out there, so.
The visibility is not very high down here, which means it could be easy to miss a shark until it gets too close for comfort.
We've had a couple of near misses. We had one guy got hit at a seal colony down Pitt Island. His thigh got ripped open. We had another guy got hit by a whitey up at Tubung. And we had my cousin He got hit over Piri Island and that one was pretty bad. Lost his arm, medically was gone. I got the call up because I'm a blood donor, and they got out there and it was like 3 guys in chairs and they were pumping blood into bags, and those bags were going straight into Vaughan. You know, they just, as fast as they could circle it through, what was coming out of him. Because it is in the back of my mind. 27 years, it's still there. Yeah, the guys are very wary, very cautious, and thankfully we haven't had a death yet.
Luckily, there doesn't appear to be any great whites in the area today. However, there seems to be a big school of something swimming around down there. Here they are at long last, the mighty Hapuka, and there are heaps of them.
It was awesome just to see that whole school of Hapuka sitting there in a circle, just chilling.
When spearing fish, there's always a chance that the first shot will spook the rest of the school. So I have to make this one count.
Don't miss. That's all I was thinking the whole time as I was lining up that Hapuka was don't miss. Because if you miss, you might not get another chance.
I've done it! I speared my first ever Hapuka. But spearing it is only half the job. I still need to wrangle this fish onto the boat. Not a bad size too. The boys on board are going to be impressed with this one.
Oh!
But it's not giving up easy.
It was a bit of a struggle.
No mai hoki mai ki re kohu. I'm on the north coast of the Chatham Islands, near a place called French Reef, where Floyd and I are going spearfishing for Hapuka. I've been itching to spear a Hapuka ever since I first came to the island 7 years ago, after the 2011 Rugby World Cup.
It's kind of been haunting me since 2011.
And before the break, I finally speared one. It was a beauty.
Oh!
But it put up a heck of a fight. And the slippery bugger got away. I can't believe it. I waited 7 years for this moment. It was almost there. It was points on the board, and I've been a butterfingers and dropped it over the try line. What an egg. Yeah, no comment on that one. But the fish didn't give up easy, so neither am I.
Hey, bro.
I really wanted to land at a Hapuka. It's been haunting me since 2011.
I've speared another one straight away, but will I be able to hold on to it?
Pulled it up to the surface. Had it in my hands. My first ever Hapuka.
Finally!
Quite proud of myself.
I think the buzz for me today was Piri getting his one.
Just before I speared my fish, Floyd had already shot one right next to it.
He just flattens out and just turns to his side and just thwack. Oh man, I thought that was classic. That was like a textbook spearo.
Finally! Landed one. Ah. Oh, 2 if I got away, but...
Oh, it wasn't like massive, but I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. It's all about just getting my first ever Hapuka.
I'm not Keats anymore! After 7 years, RT.
One each. I think that's us. Now we're just waiting for our cameraman Sam, who's down filming more fish. But while he's down there, he notices one of the puka acting a little bit strangely.
Yeah, because Sam was basically coming down to see the Hapuka. he spotted the fish from my first shot.
You bloody legend. Sam should quit doing filming missions and start doing rescue missions because he's just saved the day.
Oh, I got 2! Oh, 1.5, because Sam caught the other half of it.
Oh, this is a different one, bro. I caught this one with my hand.
Yeah, bro.
And this by far is the biggest of the lot.
He smashed a thumper. It was a beauty.
That's not a bad size, bro. Oh, this one? Yeah, landed this one. Do you want a kiss?
Oh, no, I'll leave that to you, bro. Whoa. 2 steaks in there, though?
Oh, yeah.
Lucky the bro spotted it and pulled it back up for me.
That's why we're here, boys.
Take a photo out, not a video.
Oh, sorry.
Bloody good catch in the end, so now it's time to prep.
Floyd's showing me how to fillet the hapuka.
Over here, bro. Oh, yes.
I thought it would be similar to filleting any other fish, but there's a few little things that you got to get past. And
This is the tricky bit, is finding the backbone and following it.
you know, when you've got a good teacher, it makes things a lot easier. But yeah, the whole process was pretty cool.
Just got to angle your knife down.
Eventually, the master gives young Grasshopper the blade.
So some of it we slabbed, and some of it we staked. We just scaled it off and then just chopped it up like that. So it'll be on the hot plate sizzling tonight.
Beautiful. I've really enjoyed my time here on the Chatham Islands, but all good things must come to an end. So I'm heading for one last big feed of all the kai I caught with Floyd and Jace over the last couple of weeks.
Pretty stoked. Anything that I want to do was basically on that island. We've landed pippis, flounder, weka,
There we go.
watercress, wild ram,
It's all right, I'll carry the gun.
and hapuka for the hakari. So I hope no one's going to complain because I definitely know I ain't. Good mates, a beautiful scenery and getting some good kai. What more could you ask for? Well, Big Jace, thanks for a good couple of days, mate.
No worries. Hope you've enjoyed yourself.
Nah, it's actually been pretty good, actually. It didn't take long to latch onto those rams.
No, we tinned it there. I was just a bit worried we had to do more walking than we did, so it worked out good.
How about us trying to be sneaky ninjas going down to get a better shot?
Yeah, I'm no ninja.
I'm looking forward to tasting weka, because it tastes like weka, eh?
Yep, just like Wicker. We've even got your watercress in the pot too.
You leave the grass in there for Floyd?
Yep, sure did.
Well, thanks, bro.
I mean,
It's been awesome.
I've enjoyed it too. I'll race you the pot, eh? Seeing as you haven't been training much.
Well, hey,
While Floyd cooks up the hapuka, the wild ram steaks are being prepped in the kitchen, and they're looking juicy. Hang on, why isn't Jace doing that?
the locals were chilled and relaxed. You know, they're always willing to show you a good time hunting. Get the gun. Or even gathering any kai around the island. So yeah, they're pretty hearty, actually, pretty sweet.
Looks like Jace is ready with his steaks, but someone's still hogging the barbie. Move on, Floyd.
So it really was a bit of combined effort today.
No, it was. I'm glad I came back.
Yeah. Oh, you had to, bro. I really enjoyed that trip day because, like, I've only done that a few times, eh? And, like, it's pretty amazing.
Well, it was a bit of a fight. I'll be honest. Like I had a bit of assistance.
Thanks again, Sam. And thanks to Floyd and Big Jace and all the people that have made this trip special.
This island is based on imports. No matter how far back you go, whether it's Moriori, whether it's Māori, whether it's Pākehā, it's all imports. And I think that's one of the other beauties about this island is that, you know, any walk of life, they all get accepted.